And the reason why he became so powerful, and I'll explain to you what a cartel is in a minute, but the reason why he became so powerful was because these grown-ups, if you like, made him like this because they gave him the routes through Panama where you could export tonnage. It's no good taking a few kilos on a plane. That's not enough. You need, if you want to conquer the world, you've got to be able to do it through lorry loads and lorry loads and lorry loads. And they gave him the routes through Panama because of Noriega's contacts. So the British and the American Secret Services gave this guy the routes that made him the biggest dealer, which attracted the others. So, and they formed this thing. It's not like a company. A cartel isn't a corporation or anything like that. A cartel is a loose affiliation of business people who set a price and they control the market. And so all the individuals in the cartel have their own businesses. They've all got their own businesses and their own territories and everything else. It's just that the biggest one is the one that basically can take the product from the others and sell it through the main market, which was then becoming the West, America. And that's how he became powerful. But he became powerful because he was able to sell most of his product. And the other people were still trying to get their product through Cartagena and other ports. And it was all very difficult.
And that was with the help of Noriega. That was with the help of Noriega, who was a CIA agent and MI6. At the height of Pablo's business dealings, what sort of dollars was he making?
Making, you mean profit or turnover? But in turnover, it was billions every year. I don't mean a few hundred million here and a few hundred million. It was literally billions. And the biggest problem he had, it was billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Now, if I come to your country now with Colombian pesos, no one's going to work for me if I give them pesos. They're going to say to me, "What the fuck's this?" I want Australian dollars.
Yeah, some of the people here will take anything.
You're right. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, the principle applies. Russian ruble in Australia is not going to get you very far.
Sure.
So you've got to come up with some way of taking those dollars and converting them into pesos so you can run your business properly. Now, you can pay some people in dollars, a few million here and there, but billions you can't. So this is an uneducated thug, right? He's not an academic. He's got to work out how to launder his money and convert it into pesos, which means then he can then control the country. And he, of course, has got, as a friend of his, Patrick Whitcomb, he doesn't know it's MI6, but he's got this guy he knows who's managing director of a guy that prints the money for the Banco de Bogotá. I'll have to use him.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
So he was pretty clever, really. It was pretty clever businessman, really,
Well, it's not difficult to sell cocaine.
Well, I'm going to give it a go and see how I
go. It's like he's got a product everybody wants. It's not hard. So the difficulty wasn't selling the product. The difficulty was turning the cash into something he could use that was tangible. And he needed an operation that was much more sophisticated than anyone could ever imagine. And that was obviously, the setup that they had down there, which was the printing and transportation of money. And so this is how MI6 were able to facilitate the biggest of the drug dealers and make him who he was. And by doing this, they were able to control the country, and they could then decide who would be president and everything